Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta.
I chose to take Delta, which went from Vegas to Seattle to South Korea to Bali. Very easy trip, very good plane, no complaints. Well, finally made it to Bali, 25 hours, headed to the hotel. Stay tuned. Best gyms in Bali. This gym is in my top 5 best gyms in Bali, located in the heart of Shanghai. More bikes. Obsidian is in my top 3 best and favorite gyms in Bali. I like this gym a lot. A lot of the fittest people in Bali work out here. It has an outdoor area if you're into more CrossFit. It has a lounge, a co-work space, a restaurant. It has hot tubs, saunas. The weight room is magnificent. And the vibe here is outstanding. It's got a co-working space in the back. Free weights. I'm not even sure if I can just call this a gym. It's more like a resort. This place is huge and it has everything. Outdoor shower. This isn't just working out and leaving. This is like staying there for 6-7 hours. This is an entire day thing. Like mobility training and strength training. My mobility needs a lot of work, so I wouldn't even mind taking one of these classes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's probably easier. This gym isn't as popular as the other ones, so you won't see as many people here or as many influencers. But if you just need to get a workout in, this is a very good gym. This might be some of the best equipment I've seen. Raw Gym is not in my top 5 best gyms in Bali. However, it is worth getting a day pass for and coming to check out. This is not in my top 5 best gyms in Bali. However, it's $3 for a day pass. So if you need a quick outdoor pump, come check it out. So now let's get to accommodation. This is a beachfront resort, which really felt more like a hotel. The room was a little small, but the accommodations were nice. Rooftop pool, a restaurant. And here we have the most popular hostel in Bali. It's called The Farm. They have parties on the rooftop, different events every night. They have happy hour with specialty drinks like this shot mixed with pre-workout. Beware. They have tattoo parties. If you are a backpacker, solo traveler, looking for low price accommodation, this is the perfect one for you. As the group goes out together at nighttime, you get to communicate and meet people during the day. And overall, it's a really good experience. Staying in my first hostel so far, it's cool. Like, I like it. I'm not complaining about it at all. If your budget is a little higher, you can do a place like the Accommodation, which comes with a private pool on the balcony. This was a very clean and great room. I would stay here every time. Now, my favorite place to stay was the guest house. Super spacious, very clean. To do Bali the right way, you should either get a villa or a guest house. This was beautiful. This was the best place I stayed. 9.7 out of 10. I can stay here every time, no complaints. The only thing I may be able to complain about is the little geckos. It took some getting used to. Best co-work spaces in Bali. You can get work done just about anywhere because there's so many digital nomads, but Tribal was my favorite place to come and get work. The atmosphere, everybody's focused with the computers out, good food, there's a pool, the atmosphere is great. If you're looking for a co-work space, coming to Tribal is pretty much a must. Work Bali today. The door is automatic. That's unheard of here. Oh yeah, it is nice. Members only. The best co-work spaces in Bali are easily Tribal and Work Bali. Work Bali is actually indoors with air conditioning, which already sets it apart. You can comfortably get your work done and you're not sweating the entire time. Very clean. Most of it is members only, like here, but you don't have to have a membership to be on the main level. I see why it's members only now, because they offer a lot more than just a co-working space. Even having this yoga studio up here, it's pretty dope. And it looks nice. And one thing I like about this place, like I keep saying, is it's very, very clean. You don't need a membership to sit in the main area. If you order food, you get free Wi-Fi with it. Perfect location. Now let's get into some of the nightlife. You have Old Man's or the very popular bars. You also have after party spots like Vault Nightclub. They also play hip hop. You can do bottle service. And then you have the big spots like Finch Beach Club, which arguably might be the best beach club I've ever seen. And I live in Las Vegas, but it reminds me of Encore Beach Club, but it may be better. Even having fine dining in the middle of the beach club really sets it apart. This is on an off day where it was raining, it wasn't a lot of people, but you can still get the gist of what this place looks like when it's actually packed. Now, let's get into some transportation. The easiest way to get around is by scooter 100%. You can download the Gojek app and you can call very, very low price rides. You get picked up on the back of scooters like this. Or you can opt to get your own scooter, which you don't need anything for, you just need the money. When I got my scooter, I didn't even do a deposit. Literally handed them the cash, signed a piece of paper, and they handed me over the scooter. Never got a vehicle this easy in my life. Now, warning with these scooters, you may think you're good at riding these scooters, but they could be a little bit harder than you think, so be careful. If you're wondering where to get gas, they look like this. They're little bitty kind of stations on the side of the roads. It took me a while to find one, and this is the gas right here. So if you're lost, don't look for gas stations.
So I accidentally hit a tree, left that scratch.
I just knew that I was not going to be one of those people that ended up on social media from getting into a scooter accident, and here I am. I would suggest practicing on your scooter on off-roads because the traffic in Bali is crazy. People drive ridiculously crazy. I don't drive reckless and I drive slow, and it still happened to me. So just be careful, because no, you're not an expert on a scooter unless you ride scooters all of the time. So no, I did not get hurt, just the scooter. But of course I paid to get it fixed, took it to a local body shop, and they got me right. Unpopular opinion, before I came to Bali, I used to watch a lot of travel videos of how great the beaches were and the food and everything. But if I'm being honest, the beaches are a little dirty. Trash everywhere. You almost can't even walk next to the water. Of course they have good beaches, but overall, not too impressed with the beaches. I'm starting to notice a few things that I don't like. I'm breaking out pretty bad. So besides the super aggressive mosquitoes you're gonna run into, the thing that messed me up the most was the shower water. The water is bad and it is harsh. It was making me break out everywhere. I made it. And I have my shower filter. Hopefully this fixes my skin. Even though the shower water completely was messing me up because of how harsh it was, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen to you. But I chose to go get a shower filter, and I only use bottled water for my face. So when it came to getting a haircut, I definitely was a little nervous because my hair texture is completely different than what they're used to cutting. He messed my hairline up pretty bad, but the rest of the haircut was decent.
So, after traveling Southeast Asia, definitely learned a lot. And specifically when we talk about Bali, I love the fact that it's a bunch of co-work spaces. I love how many digital nomads it is. I love how the fitness and health industry is so huge there, and the gyms are like resorts. I love the people that's there, the atmosphere, like everything is good. Like I really like Bali. But here are a couple things to watch out for in Bali that you might not know. Number one, you should check to see if it's rainy season. I was there during rainy season, and let me tell you, it rains. Like, and you're most likely driving a scooter, so if you are there and it's raining a lot, make sure you buy yourself a poncho. Maps. When you want to get around and you're trying to GPS, use Google Maps, don't use Apple Maps. Apple Maps was taking me to places that didn't exist, roads that were just mud and dirt and rocks. It wasn't even a real road anymore. Like GPS will definitely throw you off a little bit. So try to use Google Maps, it's a little better than Apple, but regardless, sometimes it just brings you to the completely wrong place. We all know that you're not supposed to drink the water there. Me personally, I don't even brush my teeth with the water. I use bottled water. And I learned that even the shower water can kind of mess you up. I've heard about girls' hair going bald and the water was so harsh it took their hair out. That didn't happen to me, but the water there definitely made me break out pretty bad. I had to go get a shower filter. That helped, and I changed hotels to a place where I think the water was better. But my first hotel in Bali, the shower water was messing me up. So beware of the water there. I only use bottled water for my face. Just be careful. Exchanging money. Unfortunately, this is a scam in Bali. You'll go to an exchange place and they'll do some weird stuff when they give you the money, right? So you have to really be paying attention. Unfortunately, it even happened in Canggu in an area where I thought it was nice and they still tried to get me. Luckily, I already was kind of aware on how they do the scam, so I caught it. But they'll give you your money in their currency. You'll count it out, it'll be correct. But then when you put the money back on the table, as you're counting it all out, they'll grab it and they'll put it like in stacks for you. And when they put it in stacks for you, they're secretly skimming money off the top of it. So the easiest way to get around it is when they hand you the money, do not let them touch the money again. You count the money, don't put it back on the table, don't let them touch it at all. Because if they touch it, if they put it in the envelope for you, if they put it in nice little neat stacks for you, trust me, they're taking some money off that. And then if you realize a little later and come back, it's just your word versus theirs. Unfortunately, it happens to people all the time. So beware of it. They tried to get me, but luckily I already knew and I caught it. Another thing would be the air pollution. It can be pretty bad. A lot of times you're riding your scooter and you can't even see. It's so bad, you're wiping your eyes, you're trying to get all the dirt and the air out. And so I learned you even have to wear glasses when you're riding that scooter around because it can get a little rough. The police. If you're not riding with a helmet, if you don't have an international license, and you're foreign or a tourist, they're going to try to pull you over and they're going to take your money. It happened to me. I didn't have a helmet on. They pulled me over to the side. They basically made me give them all the money that was in my bag. And then once I did that, they let me go. Luckily, I hid all of my USD to the side of my bag so they couldn't see it. And they only got me for their currency that I had. So I was kind of smart on that behalf, but they could have took all of my USD and I would have been very upset. Now, granted, I should have had my helmet on. That might have prevented them from stopping me in the first place. But if you want to get around this type of altercation with the police, you should wear your helmet. And even if you don't have an international license, usually the helmet might be good enough to get around all those type of situations. But if you do get in a situation where the police officer is telling you owe them money, unfortunately it's not like Thailand where you're actually giving the money to a real police station. They're gonna pocket the money. So it just is what it is. If you wear your helmet, you can get around it. Don't drive stupid. Well, today is my last day in Bali. Next stop, Thailand.